Hi everyone, Nancy here. It is June 25, 2020 and it is 7:32 in the evening. I'm going to be making these lemon cookies from a recipe that I found on the internet on YouTube. It's from a channel from Spain, so the person is speaking all in Spanish and I'm Ecuadorian, so that's my first language, Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, you'll be able to understand what she's saying. I'm going to have the link for you if you would like to check out her video in case you want to see it, even if you don't speak Spanish. But anyway, I found that the description, the instructions that she gave for how to make the cookies in the video were completely different to what she listed down in her description box. Not the instructions. The measurements for her ingredients were completely different from what she stated in her video. So I worked with the measurements that she stated in the video, and I will have I'm gonna put down the ingredients for you. Okay, so anyway, yep. I made these cookies, I think it was the day before. Was it the day before? I think the day before, and they kind of came out burned because I left them in the oven for too long. But anyway, so this time I'm just going to leave them in there for exactly 12 minutes because I kind of got, not distracted, but I was doing some things, and when I came back, when I was doing the cookies yesterday, they got burned. So anyway, so hopefully they will not turn out so terrible. Okay. Well, not that they came out terrible. They were really delicious. They just came out a little bit burned, some of them. Okay, I will tell you what she's used. In here, oh, okay, so, can you see? Okay, that's the butter. She stated, about half a cup of butter, or just slightly under half a cup of butter, and some lemon juice or lemon extract. She didn't say lemon extract. She meant something else. It's a lemon, like I think like an artificial lemon type of thing, but she mentioned 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or lemon whatever else. She said Zumo, and I think that's like, it's kind of like an extract, but it's not. I think it's like an artificial thing. So, but I'm going to be using the real lemon juice instead of lemon extract. So 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, but if you're going to be using lemon extract, make sure that you use, I would use only 1 teaspoon because extract is really powerful, especially if you're using the real stuff, okay? And this here, this is 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and this is 1/4 teaspoon. That's 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Did I say that? This is baking powder, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, but she said that the baking soda was optional, so I'm just going to use it anyway because I used it yesterday. And then she said a pinch of salt, and I have no idea what a pinch of salt is, so I'm just going to use what I used yesterday, which was half a teaspoon of salt, and they came out really good. And 1 egg. Okay, and some sugar. 3/4, oops. 3/4 of some sugar. This is a blonde organic cane sugar. It's pure cane sugar, but in the video where I learned how to do this recipe, the person used white sugar. And the flour. Okay, there's the salt. That's the salt, okay? Can you guys see it? I'm just worried that you guys can't see it too well. So that's the salt. And there's the flour. 3/4 of a cup of flour. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of flour is in there. And okay, so what I'm gonna do first, what am I gonna do first? We have to blend. I'm gonna put the dry ingredients together. Okay, so here's the baking. I'm gonna put the dry ingredients together. If you guys can't hear me, it's because the portable air conditioner is on now. Okay, because it's a little bit hot now outside. So can you guys see it? Okay. So there we go. Baking powder, baking soda, and the salt. Okay, so now we're going to mix it. Oops, I dropped a little bit. It's okay. Can you guys see okay? Yes, I think you can see. Okay, so then this is mixed, and I'm going to put this to the side. Where do I put it? Okay, I'll put it over here. Now we're going to mix the butter and the sugar. Come on, sugar. I hate it whenever I'm baking and little tiny bits of anything get left behind. I don't like wasting that stuff. Okay. So maybe you're going to want to fast forward this part, okay? Because it's going to be a little bit boring. Can you guys see? Okay. It still needs some more mixing because the grains of the sugar are really thick. They're really big, and you have to dissolve them. Almost there. Okay, so now we're going to mix wet ingredients. Okay, so, oh shoot, I forgot to get the lemon juice. Just a minute. Okay, so, here is the lemon juice. We keep lemon juice in the fridge. And, alright, so we have to put 1 tablespoon of lemon juice in there. You always have to make sure to put the lemon juice back, otherwise it's gonna go bitter. Okay, and then we add the egg. Put the egg in there. Can you guys see? Okay, you can see. Put the egg in there. Yes, I like to get every side tiny, weensy, tiny, everything, guys. I don't like wasting anything. Okay. Then make sure to put that container where you had the egg, okay, in the sink with water. Otherwise, the egg is going to get really hard, and it's going to be hard for you to remove the egg when you wash the bowl. Okay, so now we have our eggs. She put eggs in there, 1 egg, the lemon, and you know what? The recipe also called for the zest from 1 lemon. And for some of you who don't understand what zest is the peel grated. Like you get like a little instrument and you start to remove the peel from the lemon, and it turns into, like, it shreds it up into little tiny pieces, you know, like little, it gets grated, okay? So it calls for the zest from 1 lemon, and I can't stand zest, so I'm not going to cook with zest. I mean, I'm not going to bake with any zest. And I guess, oh, and she also called for yellow dye for the cookies, but I don't work with food coloring. I don't, so anyway, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to mix it. I have to mix it because the egg is still, it still needs to be blended. Hayuma, no, don't do that. My cat is, no, don't do that. She's come close to the tripod of the camera, and she wants to rub her face on the leg. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If she does that, the camera's gonna move. No, woman, no. The camera's gonna move, and then the camera's gonna stop recording. Okay, so now she went away. I can still see some little bits of yellow from the egg, so I have to mix some more. So yes, just fast forward, okay? Okay, I think we're done here, and then whoa, that's heavy. Okay, whoops. Ooh, don't fall. Okay guys, you know what? I think you're gonna have to fast forward here because I'm going to be removing the batter from the mixer, and it's gonna, take a few minutes because I cannot stand just removing the batter in a really, flimsy manner where a lot of batter gets left behind. Okay, so just fast forward. Or maybe I will tell you a story. If you haven't fast forwarded already, then you'll be able to hear the story. So now I'm trying to think of a story to tell you, but I don't know guys, I can't think of one right now. Well, by the way, do you know why I'm doing this? Because when I made the cookies yesterday, or when was it, the day before, the first part of the video, this part here, it didn't film. It was filming, but it just, okay, my camera filmed, but it somehow did not capture what was being filmed. The camera just didn't, it didn't record. It was filming, but it just didn't record on the memory card. It only captured the second part and the second and the last part. Yes, and that's the second time that's happened to me. So I'm hoping that this part, well, when I'm filming right now, I'm hoping that it doesn't stop recording. I have a feeling it will be successful, but I don't know. We'll see. So if you're watching this, I guess it's because my camera did capture everything. But what a hassle. I nearly didn't record today because I was so tired, because like emotionally exhausted because I did so much work yesterday, and then to find out that it didn't record, that was really disappointing. It was very disappointing. Anyway, so in the video, the person from where I learned how to do this, she was suggesting to use, okay, at the point where she started, where she had already made the batter, like the dough, she suggested that to add in a little bit of flour if your dough came out too sticky. Or you can leave the dough in the fridge for 30 minutes. But what I usually do is I lather my hands with vegetable oil, and that works really well. But in the video from yesterday, it didn't work that well because I didn't put that much oil, and by that point, I would have wasted too much time in getting more oil in the video, so like in the making of the cookie. So I just instead of using my hands to shake the cookies, I just used a spoon, because the cookies were forming, they were so sticky that they were forming peaks, But I've made cookies like that before, where the cookie dough comes out so sticky, and then instead of using my hands, I will use a spoon to spoon out the dough and place it on the cookie sheet. Yeah. See, I told you guys, this is how I am. I take a long time. Whenever I'm baking, I do this. I don't like wasting batter. Anyway, my mother's like, Nancy, why do you waste so much time? And then I have to, like, I explained to her, and she's like, yes, but you don't have to do that. It's not necessary. You waste too much time. And she says, I know that you don't want to, you want to get every tiny bit, but it's still wasting too much time. Anyway, all right. Okay, so now I'm going to, in the video, the girl in the video placed the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So here we go. Oh, by the way, she also she sifted, like, as she was placing the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, she was sifting it, right? So she was doing that. But I'm not going to do that because my flour is already pre-sifted, and I did it yesterday, or when was it? 2 days ago, when I made the cookies, and I made a big mess. It was a big mess because I had the fan going, and it was flying all over the place. So anyway. Okay, so in this part, she did not use the egg beater. She just used a spoon or a spatula to mix the ingredients together, blended well. And then, of course, eventually it turned into a dough. Okay, so you might want to fast forward this part, or maybe I'll just talk and say something. I'm thinking about something, guys. I'm trying to think here. I'm just happy because, oh, come on. Come on. Don't fall over. Okay. I'm happy because there is still a lot of daylight outside. And of course there is, because in the summer there's always daylight. It is. Okay, we are now at 23 minutes and my camera stops recording every half an hour, every 29 minutes. So if the camera stops recording and I'm talking, then I will just continue on with a second part, okay? Yes, I love the fact that there's still a lot of daylight, because when I was getting ready to make the cookies, actually I was debating as to whether I should make the cookies. I was debating, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, and like I don't know if there's going to be enough sunlight, but normally there is a lot of sunlight, and it looks like through your lens, like on your camera, on your TV or your computer, it looks like you're getting a pretty good view of this film, because through my camera, when I look through the viewfinder, I can see there's a lot of good light. So I'm hoping that it's the same for you, that when you're watching this video, that there's a lot of light there for you. I'm just hoping that the video is not too dark. So what are you guys do? COVID-19 will die. Sometimes I will hear the Lord say COVID-19, and I will say COVID-19 will die, because that's what He told me. When did He tell me that? About a month or so ago. I heard God say COVID-19 will die. So ever since I heard Him say that, I will at times hear COVID-19. So then I'll have to say COVID-19 will die, because it will. Okay, guys. What was I saying? Okay, you know what? It looks like it's getting sticky. but it was not as sticky as the one that I made yesterday or the day before. Yeah. Well, there's, you know, guys, we're like in the summer now, so there's the daylight is there's a lot of daylight up until very, very late, up until like 9 o'clock. It's so bright outside. Oh, and the recipe calls for the cookies to be in, did I mention it already? The cookies need to be in the oven for 12 minutes at 356 degrees. That's what she said, Fahrenheit. But I had it at 350. Anyway. How many minutes now? Let me see. 26 minutes. If you guys can, make sure that you use real lemon instead of lemon juice, because if you use real lemon juice, the taste in the difference in the taste, even if you have like the best quality lemon extract, it, like the real lemon juice, it's better than the extract. You should see the for you guys who have tried real lemon juice instead of lemon extract, you will notice you know the difference. It's night and day. It's the taste is more, there's more like a pow, like it's really powerful. Lemon extract, it's just a flavor, but the lemon juice, there's flavor and there's like intensity. It's really good. Like you can really tell it's lemon. It's amazing. So make sure that you use lemon juice if you can help it. Everybody can get lemons, so just get lemons. Okay, I think I'm going to stop this right now because it is 27 minutes. We are at 27 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, I'll be right back.